That's My Take podcast number 5. Today on our episode, we are going to be having the Brian Flores allegations that he had against the Dolphins, Saints, and Giants, and also the NFL in broad. And we're also going to be talking about the new Washington football team name. What do we think about it? What do you think about it? We'll drop it down in the comments. Stay tuned to hear our thoughts.
Second pick in the 2018 NFL Draft, the New York Giants select Saquon Barkley.
Diggs, sideline, touchdown! Tie game with 5 seconds remaining. Step back, Walker, Hardy, and Kemba. Up for the layup. Blocked by James.
What can I say? Mamba out.
Brian Flores, obviously, as we all know, he's trying to sue the Giants, Saints, or not Saints, my bad. Giants, Broncos, and Dolphins. Various reasons for all of them, but somewhat similar, kind of. So for the Giants, he's saying they never gave him a fair interview. Same with the Broncos. And Dolphins, he's saying they tried to pay him to lose games back in 2019 season. Before we start, we are not going to put anything personal out there. We're just going to speak our minds on how we think in a football perspective, how he went about this, and that's how we're going to approach it. At least that's how I'm going to approach it. Do you guys want to start, or you want me to start on what I think about everything?
You can start by saying Dolphins are an awful organization, period.
Well, I honestly, I don't really get what's happening. Like, why is he suing? It makes no sense to me.
Okay, so I'll explain it. So I can go if you want.
Yeah, you got it. You talk.
So with the Giants, Bill Belichick. So it was obviously between Flores and Dabble, both named Brian. So Bill Belichick had text Flores by accident, thinking it was Brian Dabble, like a couple days before they actually announced who their starter would be. And he was like, oh, pretty much like, oh, congrats. It sounds like you're going to get the job. And Flores texted him back like Giants ? Because he was literally like flying to MetLife, like to get his interview with the Giants, like the second one. So he was like pretty much confused about like, how the hell would I get the job? And then he said, yeah, the guy in New York and Buffalo are thinking that you're going to be good, which obviously Dabble's from Buffalo. So he was like, wait a second, coach, can you check if you're texting Brian Flores or Brian Dabble? And Belichick replied back, oh, shit, fuck this one up. Sorry. And then he's like, oh, no problem. So that's pretty much like he knew before he went into the second interview, like that Thursday, that he wasn't getting the job pretty much, which, I mean, is fair, but how you think you're going to sue an NFL team over that because they want to coach that's not you? I don't see how that's going to work. As far as
I only think he's suing is because of the Rooney Rule, which is you have to interview 1 or 2 minority candidates. That's kind of the rule. Mm-hmm. So he's probably suing on the basis that they never honored the rule.
They interviewed other guys, I think.
I don't see the issue at all. If you're a good coach, I guess what? Because he didn't get his interview or something.
No, he did get the interview.
No, that's
they just.
So why is he complaining? I don't.
Because
he did get the job. Okay,
pretty much had their
get over it. Get over
their
it.
Decision made pretty much after his first interview, but before the second one. But either way, I think Dabble, as a Giants fan, I personally think he's more risky, but I think he's the better option for us because at this point, the Giants are in a point where like risky is kind of what they need. But also, I mean, he's proven to be good. Allen Diggs have backed him since he's been in Buffalo. He's been on numerous good coaching staffs under Saban and Belichick. I mean, I think Allen is a similar quarterback to Daniel Jones about like their character traits as a quarterback. So I think Dabble helps a lot in that aspect because he's been in Buffalo as long as Allen has. So to have him there, I don't think that it's stupid. Clearly, the players all supported him the second that he was announced the coach. So I think he definitely had that bond with players, and they clearly felt that he would be good. Whereas Flores, I think he's a great coach. I think he should get hired elsewhere. Maybe this could stop him. I hope it doesn't because he's a good coach. But I mean, the one thing that I will say is obviously he never really had faith in Tua. So if you didn't have faith in Tua, how can we trust that he's going to have faith in Dabble? And clearly, I think Dabble too. Once again, like he was the offensive coordinator in 2017 for Bama, which Tua was the starting quarterback then. I'm pretty sure. So he had the option between Miami and New York. There's clearly a reason why he took New York, who has a worse cap space, worse like location, and so far has been the worst team the last couple of years. I think there's a
Could have
reason.
gotten asked more money too.
No, maybe, but I still think there's a reason. But we'll see. He's also, it is closer to Buffalo, so maybe he likes staying in the like New England area. Who knows? Or the tri-state area.
Yeah.
But I mean, but that's just the Giants. I mean, we're talking about the Dolphins apparently rumored to offer him $100,000 a game to lose in 2019, which I mean, what are your guys' thoughts on that? You think I don't think it's Sue or
Who said that? Flores claimed that?
Holy crap, your mic is is it plugged in?
Is it now?
I don't know, it's kind of loud.
I can unplug my mic and talk to that instead.
Try that for a second. Here, talk. Sure.
All right.
Fuck,
what was I saying?
The $100,000 that Flores was offered to lose.
Oh yeah. So Flores claimed the Dolphins did that.
No, it's not proven, but they pretty much they did.
Oh, okay.
This is in
I was saying, I'm like, is he just making shit up now, or okay?
No, this is 2019, I think, because they were in a serious. I mean, they offered 3 first-round picks for Burrow. I'm sure they clearly cared about getting a top pick. They wanted Burrow. I mean, everyone knew they were bad that year. They literally.
This is a problem with the Dolphins. I mean, that's just you're a terrible owner. At that point, it's like you're coming out and now your former coach is saying that you offered them money to lose.
I mean, it's not
is
wrong.
Winning really your best interest? Like,
it's not wrong to hope they lose games because you knew you weren't going anywhere, but to offer money to the coach, I think.
Yeah, you can't really do that. You can't pay off a coach to fucking lose games for you.
To be fair, their first 2 games that year, they lost 59-10 and 43-0.
Wait, what did they finish record-wise here? Was that the year they finished 10-6 and like or 11-5 and like narrowly missed the playoffs or whatever?
No, they went 5-11 this year, including their only wins were against the Jets in Miami. They beat the Colts, which I want to say this is the Jacoby Brissett year, like in between the luck period.
Was this 2019?
Yeah.
20? Yeah, I think it was Brissett.
Then they beat Philly, who was not good at all. They beat the Bengals in overtime, who ended up getting the 1 pick that year. And then they beat New England week 17, which I'm assuming New England probably sat everyone.
Yeah.
They always beat New England for some reason.
No, I know, but I doubt New England played everyone. New England beat them 43-0 week 1. So
no, but back to like Miami, it's just like it's not even just this whole Flores situation. It's just like how they're handling the Tua situation is awful. Like I can't imagine being Tua. Like you show up, you're trying to do your job, and all you hear is how the Dolphins pretty much never wanted you.
Well, that's why I think Flores.
That's messed up, in my opinion.
Gone. I think that's the reason why he got fired, because he was the main guy that didn't really want Tua. He's always wanted. Apparently, he wanted to draft Herbert instead. Then apparently he wanted to trade for Watson, which we all know that was true. So, I mean, right now they said they wanted to build around Tua. Apparently, the ownership loves him. So, or at least apparently ownership and the general manager so far they've shown expressed that they like him. So. Maybe it was
Steven, this is the problem.
We don't really know.
If it's ownership doing that, they're not really taking any outside opinions. So it's like, is your best interest like winning in the eyes of the rest of the people you hire, or is it just your own idea and it's more so a dictatorship from the front office?
Yeah, I don't honestly. That's the thing. We'll never really know either, too.
Yeah, I don't know. I wouldn't want to play in Miami other than the weather.
the last thing that he sued
Miami's
about,
always been bad.
Yeah.
last thing he sued about was Denver. He said when he had an interview in 2019 with John Elway, it was visibly and like clearly known that John Elway was drunk, and the other guys that were
Oh, yeah, he
interviewing
was
him were
hungover.
drunk from the night before. Yeah, hungover.
So how is that sue worthy?
Yeah, you can't sue
I don't
over
know.
that.
What?
It's unprofessional.
Definitely-
It's
he said it was a
unprofessional.
Oh,
Oh,
100%
yeah.
unprofessional. That's you shouldn't be doing that. It's messed up. But how is that? Like that's
Can't
just
sue over
retarded.
that.
How is that anything to do with getting money suing?
The
Like,
only
what?
way he probably didn't get the job, and he's just using that, saying, "Oh, I didn't get hired because they really weren't paying attention to my interview process."
Yeah.
I mean, Flores is kind of reaching there.
No,
I think.
yeah.
Yeah, I don't know. I kind of lost respect for Flores by saying all these random accusations all of a
So
sudden.
that's what I'm saying. And it's not even like every team has like not hired, which also I will say Lewis Riddick was talking about it last night, like, oh, not hiring, like, because as of now, Tomlin's the only black coach in the NFL. And then they were saying, oh, there's not enough like black GMs. So far this year, there's been what, 3 GM hirings? Joe Schoen,
Yeah.
Ryan Poles, and I forget who the guy for Minnesota was, but 2 out of the 3 have been black GMs. And I mean, it's not, I don't think at least teams are avoiding it. I think teams definitely are willing to take the best guy.
I think teams definitely aren't avoiding it, but I think some organizations definitely
Well, yeah, but that's never
are those old white supremacist people. So they probably won't. But like, it has nothing to do with race on how good you are coaching. I don't give it. I don't care who you are. I don't care if you're an alien. If you're a good coach, I'm hiring you. Like it makes
yeah.
it makes no sense. To me.
It's not even. Just
I don't get why there's an issue with race. It shouldn't. There should be no issue. It should
But
be
the
the
thing
best
There's a
candidate
ton
gets
of
the job.
coordinators. There's a ton
That's
of
how it should be.
coordinators, too.
Yeah.
There's not
I don't know.
like jobs that are like, especially like they were talking about ownership and stuff too. It's like, think about ownership. There's teams like the Rooneys and Steelers are not selling that team ever. The Maras
No.
are never selling the Giants. The freaking Jerry Jones is never selling or getting rid of the GM spot on the Cowboys.
Not
Robert
until he
Kraft.
dies.
Robert Kraft is never getting rid of the Patriots. I mean, that's already an eighth of the league. I mean, it's not like there's many spots. There's other teams too that I'm not super familiar with the teams, but like, I mean, Shad Khan is the owner of Jacksonville. He's what, Indian, right? So he's technically a minority. I mean,
He's a terrible GM though. Like,
I mean,
Yes.
that's like
no,
it's
he's
like
not
a
the
chore to
GM,
him
he's
to
the
run
owner.
that team.
He's the
He's
owner.
the owner.
Oh.
It's like a chore to him to run that team.
He's not bad though. I mean, he got them to Saxonville that year, and then Tom Coughlin
Did
apparently
you see what he said the other day though?
no.
Now, they were asking about Trent Baalke, and they said, "Oh, well, should we fire him?" And he goes, "Well, Trent Baalke sucks. Let's be real." So he goes, "No, because I don't want to go through the GM process again." Dude, the guy sucks. You, I don't know.
No, I don't get how some like
It's Trevor
organizations are just so bad.
They just don't care. I don't think
They just yeah. I don't
which is
know.
bad for the sport. I think.
Oh, 100%.
But I think, I mean, I don't know. Yeah, he said Brian Flores quote on Belichick's text: "Disbelief, humiliation. That was a tough pill to swallow." Yeah, I don't know. I mean, I'm sure it was tough, but at the same time,
yeah, I feel bad for him getting that, but okay. Sorry, I sent text the wrong person. I'm going to see you now. Like, what?
He didn't have to show up to the second interview though, and it also what's it called? It says, "Here you are, their guy. Hope it works out." So it's not like it was set in stone. It was Dabble.
Yeah.
I mean, don't get me wrong. And then what do you expect? It's not like, I mean, Joe Schoen just came from Buffalo. Obviously, he's going to want to take one of the guys that he knows is good and he's worked with.
Yeah.
I mean, he sees Dabble on or Dable or whatever the hell. He's seen him on a daily basis. Like, he knows enough about him. But I mean, I don't know why Flores would say anything until maybe if he didn't get signed by any team, because then it would be like, okay, well, there's no 6 other head coaches better than him available.
Yeah.
But I mean, as of now,
I mean, you think get hired somewhere, but
there's still the Saints,
Probably
the
New Orleans.
Texans, the Jaguars. I mean, there's a lot of teams. Plus, I wouldn't be surprised. I mean, we're talking about black head coach possibilities, if you really look at it, Leftwich is going to get a job, I think, this offseason. I would not be surprised if he wanted to and he like actually like advocated for it. Bianami might get a job somewhere. He's a really good
I've never
coach.
understood the hype around Bianami.
He's pretty good. Well, at least from what people talk about him, he's good. So that's why I don't see why he can't get a head coaching job. But that's all I'm like trying to say is like in a Patrick Graham, he's getting interviewed for the Vikings head coaching job, Giants defensive coordinator. So it's not like teams aren't looking for good coaches. They just
But that's the thing. There's the Rooney rule. So it's just like, are they interviewing him just for the sake of it, or are they?
Well, yeah,
actually
I know. I mean, I guess we'll never
hiring?
know, but
Yeah, we'll never know.
I think it's definitely partial of both, maybe depending on the team. But at least in the Giants situation, I think Dabble is definitely our guy the whole time, and I don't think it has anything to do with that. But the next topic, we kind of went long on this, which isn't bad, but the Washington Commanders. I don't know how they're going to command all the L's they're going to take in the future years, but I mean, I was seeing not a Redskins fan, a Commanders fan, talking about how are they going to chant for their team? Let's go Commanders, let's go Commies. I don't know. They were trying to figure that out.
Yeah, straight up, it's an L name. See you next episode.
No,
I honestly don't think it's that bad.
it's not terrible, but
Like,
people said, how
okay,
are they gonna
at least they have a name. Like,
why I like
I was not the football team anymore. Like, I'd rather be the Commanders than the football team.
They waited I think a long time to build up such a name.
Yeah,
I think that's what people were more pissed about.
I like the Red Hogs. I like that name, if being honest.
They were gonna do the Red Wolves, but that was trademarked, so they couldn't do that. That would have been sick, but
that would have been good for them.
they could have done. I mean,
I like Admirals.
my high school now.
Admirals are good.
My high school is Red Hawks. Why? I don't know. I don't even know what the hell it is. But I mean, I don't think that'd be a terrible name for them either.
No,
they could have made that a nice name. But I don't know. The Commanders are just such a weird team. I mean, I'm looking at their Instagram right now. It says #TakeCommand. I mean, that's kind of cool. Like if that's their saying, take command. I mean, that's kind of cool. But I don't know. I mean, what do you think about not only the name, but what do you think about like the branding? How do you like the jerseys?
I think they're fine. I mean, I don't think
they're mid.
The red is so mid.
Yeah, that one's not good at all.
I like the black one though.
So the black one's fine. Well, pretty much all of them, but that's good.
Have you seen what the helmet looks like for the black one though?
I haven't seen the helmet.
Yeah, it looks stupid. It's like they got the W on the front.
I wonder what the sides.
What's even the logo? I haven't seen the logo yet. I'm looking up.
I don't think there's a W. I think it's just. It's like okay, so they have like a W, and then
I see it.
A patch that has like 1932 and it says Commanders, and then they have another one that's just Washington, and then two lines on or like a line under it, and then it says Commanders and a line under that. It's so bad.
Yeah, I see it. That's really pretty shitty.
They did all that, and they're gonna make a logo.
Washington football, and this is a bunch of random dates.
They
probably when they did good.
They should have just kept the football team, honestly.
Like Washington, like look at that. That's way better.
Yeah.
I don't think
they should have been the Red Wolves or the Red Hogs.
But I mean, as far as Flores' campaign, though, I mean, in a football perspective, I think he's going too far. Is there obviously problems with certain stuff and like discrimination and stuff? Obviously, there is. I think we all know that. I mean, there is stuff in sports, but as far as like coaches and GMs, especially in the NFL, where the NFL is probably the most predominant.
Yeah, I said a lot of the GMs and owners probably are still racist.
Yeah. So in cases people watching don't know, we record these podcasts on Zoom. They just told me a gift from Zoom. I just got it popped up on my screen. It says, we've removed the 40-minute time limit on your group meeting. Well, thank you, Zoom, but I didn't need to know that. I mean, if you want to sponsor us, then sure, I'll tell everyone. But no, I think that's pretty much all I have to say, at least about the two things. But I don't know about you guys.
I got nothing else.
Yeah, me
Gavin?
neither.
All right. Well, I think this is going to be uploaded. What, Wednesday, February 2nd, I guess. So today we'll upload that today. New podcast after this one. We're going to talk about Super Bowl prediction, Super Bowl preview. If you commented on our last video, which as of now I don't know if anyone has, but if you have your Super Bowl prediction, we're going to put that involved while we do ours. So keep tuning in, all of the podcasts. That's My Take podcast. That's the purpose. You're supposed to comment your take. We're going to use them. And I think that's all that we have for today. Thanks for watching. I think this is one of the longer ones. At least it feels like it. But we're hoping to get longer podcasts, but not dry ones. We want them to be as good as they can get content wise. So we appreciate everyone for watching, and see ya.